It's been a while since I've just done a video where I play random games that are fun bad, so I found a couple games which are somewhat related to each other, and we're just gonna hope these games aren't malware and are actually Last Day of Winter. It's got 1.3 stars, but the last image has a gorilla holding an AK-47, so this game should be peak, except it isn't. I played this game until I got to mission 9 out of 10, which kind of annoys me, in which it's impossible to get to the objective end platform even when trying to use grenades to launch yourself up. And the worst part, no gorillas in this game. Seriously, I spent like an hour trying to beat this thing. Anyway, check out this grenade trick shot. I also got this ad of Spider-Man roping onto a building, and then there's just like a prompt that says tap to shoot, and there's like the cameraman from Skibidi Toilet. To make up for the last game, I found another one with gorillas and guns. Animal Royale. This game starts off with you picking your username and avatar. I named myself Walter White because for some reason he is one of the avatars. There's quite a few animals in this game, however they all carry miniguns, which is the only weapon in this game. You parachute in because of course you do, it's a battle royale game. By the way, they're semi-automatic, meaning you have to spam the shoot button. There are also armor, ammo, and health kits scattered all over the map. Gameplay is pretty much just spamming the shoot button, and once you kill all the enemies, you are greeted with this screen. If it isn't obvious yet, it's a PUBG ripoff. There ain't much to this one, Chief. I'm also going to give credit to the last game for at least having a resemblance of combat, unlike this one. SCP Site-19. This game has 36 reviews, which is better than nothing, but it's at 3.6 stars. For context, SCP is basically a fictional universe where there are anomalous elements, and the SCP Foundation works in secrecy to contain them. Most of it is on a wiki where people write files on anomalies and stories set in the universe. It's all under a Creative Commons license, so this game is not infringing on any copyright. Let's see if this game lives up to the wiki though. The first thing I do is set my age to 120 and notice that the menu is very crowded. I go over to the server list and pick the closest one to me. I try to play as the MTF, however I can't, so I select SCP-96. I rock around until I find a guard, enter SCP-96 attack mode because he looked at me, though I forgot that he cries beforehand, so I thought the little guy attacking me got me stuck in the corner and the guard is gonna shoot me to death. I insta-kill him and get kicked from the game by the anti-cheat for hacking. That's weird. I rejoin the game and play as SCP-173, run around just to find nobody, and realize I'm the only person in the server, rejoin as a scientist, and die to SCP-1074, which is a painting which paralyzes the viewer until they die. I also noticed that some of the assets were ripped from another SCP game called SCP Containment Breach, but the developer does acknowledge this, and I have no idea if he got permission for this or not. The servers are all kind of dead, however the game is actually pretty decent. However, like I said before, there are many SCP games on PC which are of significantly better quality. In the future though, I think I might invite you guys to join me for these dead multiplayer games. I'll make a Discord server if this channel does well enough to warrant it. We're gonna stay on brand with the SCP, but the next few games are going to be more anime? Kawaii? Not sure the right word here, but I'm not exactly a huge fan of the art style, so I might have some cringe bias here. Anyway, the front page for SCP Security Breach is pretty intriguing. It is developed by, and I'm not joking, Scary Creepy Pasta and Spooky Horror Games. It's written just like a manga title. And it's not even entirely true. Mixed in with Scary Girlfriend, Scary Wife Chapter 2, and Scary Mom Family Simulator is also World War II Simulator 3D. Anyway, the latest update 1 year ago added new gacha costumes, which is definitely the first thing I think of when consuming SCP media. Skipping the photos since that's gameplay, I'll read the first paragraph of the description. Welcome to the SCPU, the Scary Creepypasta Universe, which, pause for a second, SCP stands for Secure, Contain, Protect. Or based on the original setup for every document for an anomaly, special containment procedures. Scary Creepy Pasta Universe is, I guess, slightly correct. Anyway, I got a little sidetracked there. Where all your anime nightmare entities and monsters become real. I'll be the judge of that. Okay, so first things first, I see that I can get gacha costumes if I watch ads. I'm not going to do that. So I press play and instantly get shredded by guards. Shooting in this game is super difficult, and this ain't a skill issue. Well, for the most part. I've hit Master in Rainbow Six Mobile and Legendary in both game modes on Call of Duty Mobile. The worst part of shooting is the aim. It's super sluggish, and if you aim in, you often overshoot your target. So it's actually best to get up close and hip fire. You also need to aim lower because there is recoil in this game. There is also an ammo limit for the assault rifle, and the unlimited ammo pistol takes forever to reload and it sucks. The assault rifle can kill 2 enemies per mag, while the pistol can only do a max of 1 enemy per mag. There are also no checkpoints in this game. You have to start over from the very beginning if you die. I'm not joking. Enemies can shoot through doors and walls, but you can't, so you have to be really careful not to engage enemies when you haven't gotten your aim centered on the floor. Anyway, lore time. We play as Aaron and start off unlocking a door, then rescue a friend of ours named Cassie, then kill what I presume to be SCP-5008 since that is the objective. I should also mention that this is a Siren Head model, which is a character with no affiliation to the SP universe. The actual SCP-5008 is like an ancient time machine that, in basic terms, wipes your mind of information, like an amnestic but more potent, I guess. Once we kill the Siren Head thingy, we have to kill all the guards. I died here. I then spent 2 hours playing up to this point and found that for some odd reason, the creature never appeared ever again. Seriously, I even deleted and re-downloaded the game and it didn't appear. Because you can't move on until an objective is completed, I am just stuck here. Some games are difficult because they are made well. Some games are difficult because they are made terribly. The scariest part of this game was the time I wasted. Anyway, we are now on to Anime Sniper. Seriously, let me read you the description of this game. Anime Sniper is a shooting game with anime girls from Shoujo City Dating Simulator. Oh god. You guys know what this means. We need the lore. We're playing a dating simulator on this channel. What am I getting myself into? Interests. Japanese history. Firearms. Why does the developer not know the character's favorite food? Is he stupid? Perfect. I appreciate how a Coca-Cola can is the only thing in our character's inventory. I also only have $15, just like in real life. To begin dating, catch a squirrel or buy any gift in a shop, find a girl, and give your gift to her. You guys see the difference between that, right? A live, wild squirrel versus like a box of chocolates? Anyway, with the girl following you, I guess squirrels make girls chase you. I mean, probably the police. Okay, I guess we'll try and date that firearms obsessed girl and pray she doesn't shoot us. Yo, I caught the squirrel! It's just in my inventory, and it takes up 1/10 of my pockets, I guess. So I can hold up to 10 squirrels. Good to know. Do I give her the Coca-Cola or the squirrel? The Coca-Cola or the wild squirrel? The squirrel. Oh, she's following me. No, I absolutely hate it. Yeah, I visit often. Wait, no, you have to be kidding me. I totally did not just fail one dialogue option in. I didn't practice what? I'm not so sure about that, but it is the correct option. Why is there just a photo of her above my bed? That's creepy. What? Man, after playing that last game, I just don't know. Okay, I think the game knows that I'm just cheesing it now. Oh hey, it's the sniper game we were supposed to be playing. I failed because she assaulted somebody. You gotta be kidding me. What? Either I'm playing this wrong, I just got scammed, or I'm about to have the craziest gambling addiction ever. So I think you have to pick every single correct dialogue option to get this girl not to be jealous and get arrested. I just don't have time to learn every single correct path, man. I spent an hour trying to beat this game and I'm giving up here. 3 for 3, 0 games completed. Alright, so now we're back on track with Anime Sniper. Let me finish up that app description. To fight the alien invasion of Tokyo, Laika, Ineta, and Yumi, which by the way are the 3 other girls that were a part of the dating sim, join an elite sniper team, in which I'm pretty sure they're high schoolers, but anime I guess, and must train their shooting skills by going through progressively more difficult missions. Okay, let's try this out. So, the first thing I notice is a coffee room where you can buy coffee, which I guess buffs your stats. I don't know how it works though. There's also accessories. I picked the panda hairpin. We're playing as Sayori because of course. So the gameplay is pretty interesting actually. There is wind in this game, so you have to be careful with your aim. On difficulties normal and harder, there's a time limit and also the squirrels are back and if you shoot them, you fail. So in mission 1, you just have to pay attention to reloading, the wind indicator and the sound it makes before changing,
and making sure not to shoot the squirrels, in which by simply shooting you can get them to run away. You miss, but there is no consequence except for the accuracy stat being lower at the end. Mission 2 is where that strategy I mentioned can come into clutch. Now that the squirrels move around and there is dynamite which can kill them if it's in their proximity, you have to miss to get a squirrel out of the way of the explosive. Otherwise, you lose. Mission 3 takes away all the gimmicks. The squirrels, moving targets, explosives, all gone. It's just shooting bottles. Now though, this mission requires a little bit of skill. The bottles are small and now targets can be higher or lower on the map. As with the previous levels, it gets harder over time. In this case, targets get farther away, meaning they are much smaller, but also the wind gets amplified. Because of this, you have to exaggerate the distance from the point on the scope. I missed quite a few times here actually. Mission 4 is a bomb defusal mission. You shoot patterns, which are like red parts of a bomb. It is always best to aim a little bit farther away from the bomb, as aim is forgiving. However, the last two bombs have a much smaller margin of error, as firing a different red part will explode the bomb and they are much more crowded. You do not have a lot of time to aim either. There are 6 bombs and each range from as little as 4 to as much as around 10 parts. This took me around the same amount of time as the other missions to succeed, more than 20 minutes. This ended super closely, with 1 second left which turned to 0 and no ammo left. The bomb defusal idea was actually pretty cool though. Mission 5 is another bomb defusal mission with basically the same amount of difficulty. Because of this, I was able to finish it under 15 minutes. There are no complicated bombs with more parts. However, there is an extra bomb and now they have varying sizes, so you have to be even more careful shooting. Because of this, I did miss a shot or two. However, this mission ended up having less parts to shoot in total. Also, since this mission actually takes place in the city, this is probably the first one that isn't a training mission. Well, the fourth one could have been too, however, it's not in a populated area. Oh, and also, I bought the blaster. You can buy weapons and upgrades for them with CP currency gained from beating missions. I bought the blaster because it sounded like the best pistol, which I'm hoping will work for the missions that require no scope or handguns. Also, I didn't mention it earlier because I only use snipers, but the last 3 missions required a sniper. Mission 6. This is the first one with no zoom. In this mission, you shoot, as the game says, mechanical ducks. This mission is fairly easy to complete, taking me less than 10 minutes. The ducks fly around sporadically, however they are forced to turn at the edges of the map and they will maintain vertical movement for a couple seconds. There are also squirrels on the ground, however these are quite easy not to hit. However, the wind made this mission significantly harder. Since I don't have the sniper scope zoom, it's harder to tell how much I'm supposed to aim at the extreme winds. It ended up being a fairly okay mission, and I barely ended up with a 1 and 2 shot accuracy. Mission 7 requires a handgun. There is no time limit and you just shoot targets that are either still or moving. This is super easy. All you need to do is aim for the center of the target to try and maximize the damage you deal to it. Outer edge is 10%, inner edge is 15%, and center is 30%. 75 bullets means that as long as you don't miss your shots, you will win even if you only hit the outer edge. The last 2 missions are no zoom ones. Mission 8 places a target in the center with a squirrel on it that you must protect from alien bugs. Now, this is confusing to the lore. Are the aliens really that malicious if they're practically cannon fodder for practice? Anyway, the aliens deal a lot of damage. I ended up failing a couple times until I realized it was because the blaster's zeroing is either below the red dot, or the aliens have a super low flat hitbox. I leaned towards the latter since I didn't have any issues with it beforehand. Once I figured that issue out, I beat it on the first try with 63% accuracy since I didn't pay attention to the wind, because it was only an issue at high wind levels. You'd think the final mission would be the hardest in the game, but I beat it on the first try. You have a lot of ample time, and even though it's a night mission, you can still very easily see the alien bugs. Now in this level, the bugs can crawl on the walls. This is annoying as they crawl in all directions, and the pistol obscures their view when aiming. This is also the only level where the target can be obscured by Sayori's forehead. I beat this level easily with 61% accuracy, and the 3 missions combined only took 10 minutes to beat. And that's it. While I didn't beat this game on all difficulties to 100% it, I didn't see a reason to, as the hardest difficulty simply made every game mode a night mode, and reduced the ammo count on mission 7 to force you to hit more inward. They also shortened the time limit on all missions except for 7, and extended the time on 8. I also just realized they're called levels and not missions, which makes sense considering the only ones that were really missions were 4, 5, and 9. Anyway, that's the first game we actually completed. 1 out of 4 games completed. Let's see what our next game is. This game is called Tactical Schoolgirls. It has 7.3 ratings at 4.3 stars. The menu is just a lot to look at. I look over at the outfits section and I don't even want to talk about it. There's a ton of missions in this game and there is no lore at all. It's the same gameplay loop. Kill enemies and open a treasure chest. To get a gold medal, you need to stealth kill everybody. But this was so hard that I just gave up and just killed everybody for the silver one. Anyway, the only stealth mechanic in this game is crouching. It's janky since you need to press first person, then the crouch button to enable or disable it, making it impossible to use for good movement. You also can't jump, which is pretty annoying. The weapons are also pretty mid. The sword and fist does the same thing. The crossbow is semi-automatic, but isn't zeroed on the center of the screen, so it's basically a shotgun at that point. The enemy AI is terrible since they can't hear gunshots, and the map is so small that you immediately be seen. This is an issue because unlike in other stealth games, there is no time window to take them down before you fail stealth. There isn't much else to say about this game. It's exactly what you see on screen, a generic stealth game. We're gonna move on to another game made by the same developer. Survivor Simulator Multiplayer has one less rating, one less star, and predates the release of Tactical Schoolgirls. Now, this game is co-op. I actually played this with a friend for a couple minutes a while back. I don't remember much other than shooting zombies though, so let's give it another go. I opened the game and realized the full title of it is Japanese High School Girl Survival Simulator Online Multiplayer. Again, reads just like a manga title. Okay, so the first thing I noticed is that one, there's still a tiny niche player base that's around a dozen or two that still play this game, and two, around 2,100 to 2,400 people have played this game ever. That gives me hope that I'll at least encounter somebody while playing this game. I didn't. However, the game wasn't actually that bad. It's basically wave defense against hordes of zombies that get harder each wave. Something that I will compliment the developer on is the feature of limb destruction. You have to destroy limbs to kill an enemy, however decapitation doesn't mean a kill, so it's just a visual damage model that changes the hitbox. The game's alright, I guess. There are multiple guns in this game, however the cost to reward ratio is insanely high. Because of this, you need to watch ads for a reward spin wheel to even have a 1 in 100 or 1,000 chance to maybe get enough money to purchase a better gun. That's really it to the game though. Finally, the end of the video. Originally this video was going to be much shorter, however the anime sniper segment ended up dragging this video out, for better or for worse. I do think it was the best game on this list though. If you've made it to this point, you probably enjoyed this video to some extent, so please like and subscribe if you haven't already. This video is nothing like any of the past ones, and I don't think this departure will do well with my audience. I'm still very uncertain about the future of this channel. Mobile games are kind of the only option when it comes to content currently. I think I'm going to try and do a mix of longer, more casual review-oriented videos and shorter, better edited, entertaining videos. What I could do is make a video similarly formatted to this one, but instead with Roblox games, which I think could work even better since there are a lot more randomness in that department. So, if you guys enjoy this content enough, I'll definitely do a video playing random Roblox games. That's it. Hebos out.